about somebody who's not the best, who is supposed to be the best. She's called Juice, and she's supposed to be the best footballer in the world. And I introduced her at Holy Moly a couple of weeks ago, and the first section's about her childhood in a farm where she's not loved. She's unwanted fifth child in a farm. The last thing they want is a daughter. She ends up living in a barn with chickens and goats, and she sleeps with ferrets and her own pet goat. So that's who she is. She has a pet goat. And then she goes to school, which is the second section, and this is the end of the second section, and it doesn't get any better. They hate her. The children hate her and are jealous because she's brighter than they are, and the teachers hate her for exactly the same reason, and they don't know how to teach her or anything. And but she's helped with by a woman called Susan, and she has three sisters who more or less ignore her. They're called Zainab, Estella, and Chuska, and so that's the important thing you need to know. So she learns to play football very well. She becomes the best football player in the school, and plays for the team and makes them very successful. And then she works out how to get her revenge on this school that she absolutely hates. So then it was time for the final, for me to work through my revenge plan. Expectations were high with me because the team had been winning so much. It had even attracted outside attention. But I didn't know that, and if I had known, I would have never done what I did in the first half. I would have just kept losing. It's much more difficult to throw a match than you might think. That is, unless you're the best player in the pitch, and I certainly was. Definitely the best in my team, in which case just failing to do much would probably work, but I did more than that. I kept giving the ball away and failed to tackle as I usually did. One of the 3 goals they scored before half time was a superb pass from me, and although I wasn't marked down for an assist. At half time the team trudged off and I thought of just going home, but the coach found me and really had a go at me and shouted at me at the top of my voice. Then he dragged me into the changing room and let the team do the same. Wonderful. It was just what I wanted. I had hurt them and hurt them badly. They deserved it, and I just laughed. The captain smacked me around the face. Fine, I didn't blame him and just laughed again. I just walked out and then ran into Susan. Did you really have to do that? Did you really have to hurt everybody? It's so vicious of you. I said, of course it is. I've had 4 years being treated like shit. Every day it's hurt me much more than they're hurting now. I feel great. But she came back, what kind of life are you going to have if you go on like this? Every day you either get to hurt people or they will get hurt. Is that the life you want? No joy, no love? So I countered with, I suppose you're going to bang on about turning the other cheek. She shook her head and said, I wouldn't waste my breath like that, like I've wasted all the time I spent trying to help you. You are a complete waste of time, of everybody's time. She looked awful. I didn't like that. And she said, you've made your point, and what would make it even more if you would go out and win the match? Show them that you're better than them, and you're not just in footballing terms. You can be the better person. I know you can. I've seen occasions when you are. I thought about this for a while, and it was one way of thinking, just not my way. But what really counted was that she was hurt. I didn't want to hurt her. I really didn't. So I should win it for them, even though they don't deserve it. If we only got what we deserved, what would kind of life would it be, do you think? I thought again and said, okay, I'll win it for them. Not, I'll try to win it for them, but I'll win it. And I knew I could, as I'd seen all kinds of weakness in their supposedly good team. So I went back to the changing room and said, okay, I'll win it for you as long as I never have to see any of you or a football ever again. So I did. It was easy. For the first goal, he tore into one of their players on attack, took the ball away, and ran straight for the goal, swerving past their players, 3/4 of the pitch, and scored. For the next 3 goals, I set up a teammate with an easy chance. Then in the dying minutes, I lobbed the goalkeeper from the halfway line, showboating by a sour, boastful, angry bitch. I was sick of myself. So we'd run and I walked off the boot pitch, took off my boots and socks, threw them in a bin, started off barefoot, head down, crying, hopeless. Had I just betrayed myself by winning? I had no idea what right or wrong was anymore. There just seemed to be a choice between wrong and no right anywhere. Then a woman came up to me behind me, started talking to me. Wait up, I can't walk as fast as you. I need to talk to you. I turned around and she continued. That was quite the display, both halves. You know how to lose, you know how to win. There seems to be not a lot you can't do with a ball. Well, what you saw was it, my last game. I'm done with football. I only played it to do what I could, to hurt that awful school and everybody in it. And I couldn't find myself to do even that. I'm a failure, whichever way you look at it. Anyway, what does it matter to you? Who even are you? My name is Nina, and I'm a scout looking for girls like you, except of course I rarely see them. Let me buy you a drink so I can talk to you. I was thirsty and we were passing the cafe, so in yet another one of weakness I said yes. She got me some juice, and when she sat down she said, "Juice for juice." She laughed, but it didn't seem funny to me, but it's something I've heard over and over again. I've come to make you an offer. Come to the best footballing academy in the world, the Mountain. We would look after you and help you make the best of yourself. But all I could say was, that sounds like hell, and a footballing academy, football all day long. I don't think I could stay awake, it's so boring. Find someone else, somebody who likes the game. But she countered, trying to persuade me. We won't only teach you football, we have a fine secondary school. You can't be a success without education. Then she got out her phone and showed me some photos, not just of the ground, but the kitchen with lots of food on display, bedrooms that look comfortable, a party in full swing, and not more. This could be your life. Or maybe you want to stay here with people you hate at school. Or there's a nice little lake behind the cafe. You go and drown yourself there. So she was yet another person angry with me. I still thought it was all stupid and said, but what's the point? Girls can't make money in football. If I could, that might be a point, but anyway, I'm smart and I will find a way. And how will you start? You've burned your boats here. In fact, everybody in the Mountain thinks girls will be able to make money by the time you've grown up. We aim to turn out players people delight in watching. We have some already. And if you're scared of not finding people to hate as much as you hate yourself, don't worry, they are everywhere. Which wasn't very encouraging, was it? Wasn't it? But I asked, how does it work? Where is this? How much do I have to pay? You know, I have nothing. She told me where it was, another country, a bigger country that everybody knows, and where the men win a lot of time while my country is small, poor and ignored. It will cost you nothing. We will look after you. When we what we get out of it is another girl to add to our muster of talents. We need girls like you, and best of all, I will get a bonus for finding you. Something meaningless at last. So I asked Nina something meaningful to me. Can I bring my goat? What? She looked stunned. Nobody had ever asked her anything like that before. Can I bring my goat? She's my best friend and constant companion. Can she come? Oh, I'm not sure about that. I know how to get you there, but not a goat. But then, out of the blue, someone came up behind me and gave me a hug. I recognised it must be a hug, although it was quite unfamiliar to me. I turned around and it was Sheska. She gussed out at me. I'm so proud of you, sis. What? I'm proud of you for the first half, and I'm proud of you for the second nearly as much. You can do everything I've never been able to do, not just playing football so well, but standing up for yourself. I've never been able to do that, including having the strength not to hurt you. Anyway, who's this? This is Nina, a lady from somewhere called the Mountain, and she wants me to go there and keep playing football. You know how much I'd hate that. Sheska smiled and said to Nina, yes, she really hates football. It's not a put on. She's always hated me, and then to me. But geez, this will be an amazing opportunity. Any kid who likes football would do anything to go there. You have nothing here and would have everything there. I can't take Jude. I just can't leave her. Don't worry, I'll look after her. I'll send you photos so you can keep in touch. But just go. I don't want to spend any more time being horrible to you. It's awful. I found myself shivering. I just can't do it. I've got to learn a language I don't know. I'm sure everything there is so different. And the other kids will be different, more sophisticated, I think the word is. I know nothing. I'm not up to it. I can't possibly do this. God, Juice, I thought you weren't scared of anything. You make everybody scared of you. Did I? Nobody ever gets better of you. You can learn anything, things I couldn't ever learn, and really get your own back going to somewhere like this while we all stay home here. Zainab thinks she's the queen of the castle now she's getting married. She's lording it over Estella and me, but if you go, it will put her in her place, which would please me because I'm sick of it. Wow, I thought the others were solidly together and I was the only isolated one. This is rather different. And I thought you were all such friends. No, I think the only thing that unites us is being horrible to you. I've only realised that we take everything we don't like about each other on you. So just imagine what we will be like when you go. Nothing keeping us together. So I asked the woman, how can I manage? I don't even have what is needed to start there. I don't even know what I don't know. All this can be sorted if you're as bright as people say. I'll find you a tutor to teach you what you need, the language plus English, which we all need. 2 languages, and the tutor will find out what else you need to know before coming. There are a few months before you need to come, so there's plenty of time. So that was it. I would go. It was a snub to the school and my family. I would have won the game that everybody except the animals have been playing against me ever since I was born. It was still frightening though.